it actually is my most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, and it is pretty funny. 1989. So I was like 23, and I was living in San Diego, and I was doing some modeling, and I got this call to show up at the old Speckles Theater in downtown San Diego. There was a casting call. They were doing a commercial. It's a cigarette commercial with Pierce Bronson, and they needed 100 models. And we had to come in black tie.
Okay.
So the men were in tux, the women were in evening gowns, and I wore a black evening gown with black high heels and a little clutch, and my hair was up, and I had, like sparkly earrings on. So then they had us line up, and they said, we're going to pick 10 people to be in Pierce Bronson's headshot. And so I guess the producer, she went down the line, you. And so I was picked as one of the 10 to be in Pierce Bronson's headshot. I was so psyched. And they put us all in the theater. We all sat down in the theater in our evening gowns and our tuxes, and I was in his headshot. And so after they did filming for a couple hours, they did many takes, they said, quick bathroom break. And so a bunch of us got up to go to the bathroom. That was, you go out into like the foyer area, and then there was bathrooms. And I was in the stall when they called and said, everybody back, quick. And so everyone were like rushing. So I'm rushing. I was the last one in the bathroom. I was the last one out the door, and I'm the last one back into the theater. And the man says, stop. And he stopped me on the red carpet, like the carpet in the aisle. And he said, just wait, we got to fix these cables. And they were fixing cables. So I stood there. Everybody else is sitting in their seats, and I'm standing. And then I start hearing like quiet laughter behind me. Like there was probably, 15 rows behind me, maybe 10. And then the laughter got louder and louder, and I stood there and I'm like, I wonder what all this laughing behind me is. So I looked around and I just saw people laughing, but a lot of them were looking at me and laughing. So I said to this man who was sitting in the row that I was standing next to, I said, what are they all laughing at? And he said, you have toilet paper stuck to your shoe. And I looked down behind me, and there was toilet paper stuck to my heel, and it would, like my spiky heel, and it went all the way up the carpet, all the way out into the foyer, all the way to the bathroom. I was so embarrassed, and they cracked up. I mean, everybody was just laughing at me. And I screamed and went, oh, gross, and I kicked off the paper from my shoe. And right then, the man he wasn't paying attention at all, and he was like, okay, quick, in your seat. He had fixed it, the cable. So I didn't even touch the paper. I just quick went to my seat and sat down and like slunk down into my seat. And the man, one of the models sitting next to me, he was an older man, and he had an English accent, and he said, in his English accent, something like, darling, what was the problem back there? And I said, and then I told him the story, what happened, and he goes, oh, don't be upset. It was only toilet tissue. And he cracked up laughing, and it was so embarrassing. And Pierce Bronson even looked over his shoulder back at me, and I was really embarrassed. Yes, that's my most embarrassing story.